Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bass. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 36, Prescott.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Jackson running again. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The Ravens at 4-5, a game under 500. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He finds his man complete. It's Bass.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I think I like this drive a little bit here, partner. Running game helping out. Get the rest of the side. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Jackson on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's Prescott.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Prescott now.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far, and that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You're going to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. No score after one on EA Sports. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
No, we changed it. Hey.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
With a T-shirt and song that says no indecision at 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that one. He got a shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Play action. Now Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 16, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the 1st.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
13.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. play following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Going for the deep ball.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Gibson again.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Play action now, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Final play of the half. Prescott open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Take it in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They go play action now. Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to let it go again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. They find some open field here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On 2nd down, Prescott again.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Bass. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Now Jackson apparently a little unsure of things, so he'll call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Play action. It's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. It's Bass.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
To throw is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Young. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Jackson going to hold on to this.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tight.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now Jackson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And it's caught. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Prescott. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this up to midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 34 yards. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They go play action with Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, here's Gibson.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
The Ravens go for it but come up empty.
And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. First down, Prescott. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop, too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go option to the short side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's